So in this video, we're going to go through leveraging the deadlift. And I'd like you to start with either a kettlebell or a dumbbell, just so we can make all our mistakes with the lightweight first. Now, big things we're looking for here is vertical shins, hips are a little bit high, and we're trying to almost like lean back just slightly, keeping that weight and almost armpits right over the arches of the foot or midfoot. So you can tell in this position, we're really forcing those knees out. We'll show it again from the side. Vertical shins, hips high, shoulders attached to the hips, and just lean back just a little bit. You'll notice that if you come up in the right position, you'll be able to pause it and it'll be almost effortless when you're in a good position of leverage. You can like lean back, you can hold it, and you should be fine. We're gonna go through some bad positions in a second. So this is a squatting pattern. The hips are a little too low. You can see when you're coming up, a lot of the work's gonna be done by the quads. Your legs are probably gonna be shaking. You might even feel it a little bit more in your low back. In this position, we're almost like muscling the weight up. The back isn't even set. So you can kind of get away with this. A lot of people get really strong in this position until they end up hurting themselves. Here is the back is set, but what's happening is the hips are collapsing and you're coming forward in front of the center of mass. So now your shoulders are in front. So this way you have to kind of muscle the weight up back a little bit. So you can see it from the front. The knees start off in a good position. They collapse in or the hips disengage, and your body comes forward, and then you end up muscling the weight up with your back. Something we want to avoid. So here it is again, good position of leverage. Knees are forced out, those hips are engaged, and you're leaning back, picking that weight up off the floor. Again, from the side, knees are out, hips are engaged, butt back, knees out, pull those shoulders to hips, and just lean back just a little bit, leverage it off the floor. So we'll have you practice this before stepping into an actual deadlift. So now we'll do a deadlift with a pause. So generally as we're working our way up, we'll start with the kettlebells, go over to the barbells. I want you to pause this weight off the floor and then come all the way up. So again, forcing those knees out, pull that bar into your body. It makes it a little easier with the bar because you can pull the bar right into your shins. It's one of the reasons why we tend to wear shin guards. Again, pulling that bar into the body, leaning back just a little bit. You can see how the like shoulders, more like almost the armpit is right over midfoot. Again, the hips are a little bit higher. We don't want to squat the weight up. We want to be able to keep those hips higher and leverage off the floor. Pull the bar in, pause, all the way up, pause, and on the way back down. So this is what we call an MSDL, just stands for modified sumo or modified sumo DL. This is a breaker where we're just going to come like an inch, 1 to 3 inches off the ground, give it a pause, and then back down. This really helps reinforce the form off the floor. Here's a conventional deadlift with a pause. Again, same mechanics apply. Hips stay nice and high. Pull that bar into your body, leverage the bar into your body, and then up. Again, really, I like to stand up between each of these reps because that first rep of the deadlift is really the hardest rep, right? Once we've done this like one rep, we've preloaded the body and it makes it a little bit easier to perform these reps. So I'd love for you to stand up, practice your setup, pull that bar into your body, leverage that weight up off the floor. This way we're practicing that first rep over and over again. And again, these are conventional deadlift breakers, a little pause off the floor, or practice bracing. Now you might feel a little lightheaded the first time you do these because you're building up a lot of tension, pressure with that pause, and you have to be able to release it. So stand up, breathe, reset yourself before getting back into that next lift.